Last week, we witnessed an unlikely event that put pressure on global trade, a year after supply chains were disrupted by the coronavirus pandemic. A huge container ship got stuck in Egypt's Suez Canal. It has been dislodged and floating now after blocking the passage for almost a week. But it remains unclear when ship traffic through this critical trade getaway would return to normal, and whether the impact will be felt for months to come. So to discuss this disruption, we are joined today by Guy Platten, Secretary General of the International Chamber of Shipping. Mr. Platten, thank you so much for being with us.
You're most welcome. Thanks for having me.
With these vessels, they're carrying cargo. What are the types of delays and disruptions and product shortage that we're likely to see in the next weeks or months?
Well, it's going to be mixed, really. I mean, the delays, of course, there was the time of the refloating of the ship. There was nearly 400 ships which are waiting to transit through the canal. Now, those ships are moving now, or the backlog is slowly clearing, but that'll take some time to come. But of course, then you've got the knock-on delays with a lot of ships arriving in ports, and there'll be no doubt be congestion as everyone tries to get to the port at the same time to offload their cargoes. So that will cause delays, and of course, you've got the actual delays from the blockage as well. So some observers reckon it'll take at least 60 days for things to smooth out, even out, and to be back to normal.
Now, there will be shipping companies looking to mitigate their losses, and insurers will face huge payouts. Is there a real winner out of this, or is everyone losing?
Well, no one wins out of this, perhaps except for lawyers, perhaps, because they're going to be kept quite busy in the months to come. But cargo is insured, and then it's which those insurance companies will then seem to recover their costs from the ship owner, who will then have be insured as well. So there'll be all sorts of claims and counterclaims going in for people to recover their losses. But of course, the goods themselves are delayed, and some goods have perished, and some would have been time critical as well. So you're right, there's no real winners out of this. But this is what legal ramifications and the claims ramifications are going to keep people employed for months to come, I think, before they're finally resolved.
Are we safe to assume that this situation will mean that the safety of cargo ships will be something to keep an eye on moving forward?
Well, I think shipping is inherently a safe industry. We're highly regulated, and you have to have some context here. It's a really regrettable accident, an incident. We don't know what caused it yet, and so we need to have a full and thorough investigation to carry out. But generally, 18,000 plus ships use the Suez Canal every single year with little or no incidents whatsoever. So it's inherently safe. But clearly there are lessons to be learned from this. We must now allow for a full and thorough investigation to take place. I think we should also remember that thank goodness no one was hurt, and thank goodness no pollution was reported as well. But I do think what this incident highlights is the fragility of the supply chain at times, and how much we all depend on shipping for the everyday things in life, be it fuel, food, or even medical supplies. Shipping is essential.
Absolutely. Mr. Platten, Secretary General of the International Chamber of Shipping, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and knowledge with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.